Hey everyone, this is John. We have our new video about synonyms and antonyms. In our previous videos we looked at words for interesting and amazing, and today we're going to look at beautiful. So a synonym for beautiful is just a word that has the similar meaning or the same meaning as beautiful. And we're going to look at this very basic sentence here. This place is beautiful. So again, when we're doing any sort of English exam, it's always best to vary your vocabulary as much as you can and show off. You'll get higher marks, especially in things like IELTS exams. So don't always just say beautiful. You can use some of these other words here as a replacement. So instead of saying beautiful, you could say this place is lovely, this place is charming, gorgeous, stunning, or elegant. So elegant is a word we normally wouldn't use to describe a physical place. However, I'll explain that in just a second. So lovely is something very beautiful or attractive. It's a very simple word to use. Next we have charming. So just like the rest of these words, it means beautiful, but it also means very pleasant or attractive. I would normally say charming is a word used to describe something that has a certain quality that you really like. So you can describe a country as charming. For example, Japan. There's just something about it that you really like. Next we have gorgeous, so just really attractive or enjoyable. So we could use gorgeous to describe obviously something very beautiful, but we could also use this word to describe something like food. So if you say the food is gorgeous, it means it's really enjoyable. So it also looks good, but it's very tasty. You can also use gorgeous to describe the day. So you say basically it's a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day. And next we have stunning, so very impressive. You're just like, wow, very beautiful. And lastly, this word here, elegant. So this means beautiful, but also something that is very graceful, stylish, or smart. We normally use this word to describe a person. So you could say this woman is elegant, or what she is wearing. So she's wearing a very elegant dress. So something very graceful, stylish, smart, or beautiful. It's not a word we would normally use to describe a place. And we normally don't use this word to describe a man either. Just like we wouldn't call a woman handsome, you wouldn't really call a man elegant. So I have my list here of these words in order from what I believe to be the least beautiful and the most beautiful. So all of them mean beautiful. However, I think gorgeous would be the most beautiful, and charming would mean beautiful, but not as much as gorgeous. And here's just an example of something or someone you might describe as elegant. You might say this woman is very elegant, or her clothing is very elegant. So next we have antonyms from beautiful, so things that are ugly, in other words. So this place is so ugly. You probably recognize this building. So instead of saying ugly, you could say hideous, grotesque, horrid, unsightly, or awful. So hideous is something extremely ugly or unpleasant. Grotesque is something unpleasant, weird, or slightly frightening. So grotesque would be something where it just doesn't look right. There's something wrong about it and it makes you feel uncomfortable looking at it. Maybe it's slightly frightening, or sometimes even so ugly it's funny. Next we have horrid. So causes horror, disgust, or something that's extremely bad. So horrid, you say that dress is horrid. You could even describe food as horrid, so something disgusting or extremely bad. Next we have unsightly, so just unpleasant to look at. And lastly, awful. So awful can just mean bad, but it can also mean really ugly. So you could say your dress is awful, or you look awful today. You look really bad. So guys, here's my list of the ranking of these words from what is the least ugly to the most ugly. I would put unsightly as one of the least ugly words here, and hideous as the most ugly. And this is something that we would describe as grotesque. So something that looks very weird, kind of deformed, ugly, a little bit scary, or even a little bit funny. So that, guys, is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in tomorrow for our next video, and until then, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.